Hi, Corey with Creative Roots Art by Corey. Today I'm in the collaboration, the Americana Patriotic Inspired Creations. Our host today is Leah with Make All the Things With Me, Lori Farmhouse Stencil Shop, and the guest host Tracy with Tracy's Crafted Creations. So I am an artist and I am bringing you guys 3 projects today, 3 paintings. These are 8 by 10 canvases, and just bear with me. They're tiny. I'm used to painting large, so it is a little tricky to keep it in one place, but I get it done. So I vintage brunch look. I do use my hands, and this is my favorite tool. This is a palette tool, which I got at Dollar Tree. It's just plastic, but it has flexibility, so I really do like it better than the metal ones. But you can get them on Amazon. So I prefer to paint, but you can do fabric here too. I have done that, and you'll see I actually do add something to this that's fabric. I love multimedia. Hope you guys enjoy this. So this is just like a bright red. You can see I used a couple different blues, and I do have them all sitting right there, I believe, and they're all acrylic paints. So I am out of my barn red, so you're gonna see me, I like to thin out the paint and then build it up. So one of my main techniques is it's layering. So you can see I'll also scratch. I think you'll be able to see. I use that palette tool. Sometimes I use my fingernails, but I'm really trying to use the palette tool instead. I like to scratch for texture, so you'll see I do that a couple times throughout these 3. So that's my taupe color. There's also a khaki. It's the same. Looks about the same, but I'm putting that in between because, again, I'm doing the vintage look, right? So you gotta have the variation. And the way that I paint, putting different colors throughout is where you're gonna get like your dimension. I mean, this is just a flag, so there's not a ton of dimension here, but do check out my shop though. I think I will have that in the description. It's a pop-up shop, and you can see everything I create and sell. These are available right now. I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this, if they will be, but definitely check out my shop because I have much more. So see how I kind of toned that down? I used my brown and my black, and I like to take that palette tool, and oh my goodness, you guys, I use it every which way. I scratch, I turn it upside down, sideways, but that's how you get the look. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And you will see I also use the baking soda. That is for texture, and I try not to use that until I'm pretty much done, because it really, if I use it right from the beginning, it's not really good for blending, but it does make a really cool texture. So like I said, I do layers, and you'll see me drying. The drying, when I use the dryer, I'm still like scratching while I dry it. Typically I don't use a dryer, but for video I need to. So just trying to get the most out of it. So you'll see me drying, but I also am kind of working it while I dry it. So for the stars, you can certainly use tattoos, you can use a stencil, transfers. I love rub-on transfers, but I do enjoy making these stars, and you can see how I place them. I've been painting for so many years, so I don't even know if this is correct, but this is how I always do it. So you can see the row. So I start there, but then my second row, I do in between the top stars. I'm not sure if that's how the flag actually is, but like I said, it's just something that I've done for so long. I like the way it looks. And these are nice, like you'll see me, I do outline them, but you don't have to. That's the nice thing, like with that vintage look. So just keep that in mind. And, I've been painting a long time, so stars are easy to me, but I know that they aren't for everybody. So just keep those little tips in mind. When you do that vintage look, you certainly don't need to, no perfection needed. I also love to do an outlining, so you'll see like on, each stripe, and then I do end up doing that with the stars too. I take the black and, well, my favorite brown is actually burnt umber, but I don't think that's what this is because I didn't see burnt umber. I think this is, let's see. I don't know what it is, sorry. If you zoom in, you'll be able to see. I'm looking at it, but can't see it. It just says brown, I think. Oh, okay, so yeah, I thought this was cool, and this is Pinterest inspired. I didn't make it up, but I decided to add this big star in the center just for fun. Just for fun. Let's see, what is this? Oh, okay, I'm doing the baking soda for the inside, and you'll see I do a couple different techniques in there that are really fun. So I'm using my primer. I don't have a lot of white, so I used that. And that's what I use to prep my canvases. So it's the latex paint and primer. I think this is Valspar. And I did add a little bit of the baking soda right in there because, you know, I want that to really stand out. So I do a couple different things to make this stand out. And one of them I actually was not planned at all. It kind of just as I did it. And a lot of times that's how my paintings kind of arrive. They evolve really. And I don't even, you know, it might not be something I thought of at the beginning, but it just hits me and I go with it. So here I am outlining each star. And again, it is not necessarily, especially with that vintage look. It's just something I feel like I need to do, like for my painting, my project to be complete. But you know, to each its own. To each its own. And I also do a border with my palette tool. I like to usually take black. I think I may have already done that, but that's a fun look too, because then it kind of, when you do a border, it's almost like you're framing it in so that like the eye is drawn into, you know, to the most important part of your canvas. For this, I mean, the whole thing is important. This is America the Beautiful, right? So here you can see how much texture I'm getting. And I think you can always like screenshot it and, you know, zoom it in so that you can see it better. But as I was putting it on, I was kind of feeling like it was boring. I don't know. I always feel like I just have to have like some wow factor. So I do add, it's coming right up, which for some reason, you can't see the bottom part. I didn't like crop it like this. I'm not sure why that happens when I put it over into my editing. You know, when I start editing, but the bottom is cut off a little bit. So, oh, good. I didn't realize I held it up for you guys. So I just took like strips of, it was actually striped. I think it was like a khaki and white striped fabric that I have had forever. So I just cut it and ripped it. And I thought that was on here, and maybe you guys can see it. I don't think you can see it on here. So here I am defining that star a little bit more. So, you know, this is decor. It's a decor piece, so it's not always exactly accurate to our American flag. So it's an Americana decor piece, and it's fun, right? So I do end up using my latex, what is it called? Pouring medium, and it's gloss. So see, I'm drying it a little bit, and it is flattening out, and that's like disappointing because you worked so hard. But see how like you can see some of the pieces sticking up, so that's pretty cool when you like go over with brown and black. But you can see I didn't really love it, so I do start putting those strips on. But that's what I did. I filled the inside, which you can use Mod Podge. I used my latex pouring medium, and I made it pretty saturated in there, and then just started adding those strips. I think that's coming right up here.
Portrait crafted through his might.
Okay, so this is, I think you can see I'm just layering up, and you can use anything. You don't have to even use fabric. You know, there's just so many different options. I mean, you can use ribbon. You could even use like pieces of paper. I was just really trying to find a way to get some extreme texture, and I think it worked really well. And I did start painting over it as well, and it was still wet. I dried it like a little bit, but it was still wet. And I do use which you could use cinnamon, but I mean, all I have is pumpkin pie spice, which that's what I use. That's all I've had down here. It's just a little bit lighter, but you know, it gives it the same effect, and it smells so good. So I also do hot glue around my star, and that's a really nice outlining. So if you have like the clear hot glue, you don't even have to put paint over it, but mine's not. Mine dries white, so I ended up doing that black around it, but it's just another way to kind of accentuate that and make it separate from, you know, from the background. Again, I do want to thank our hosts, Make Other Things With Me, my friend Leah, and then Farmhouse Stencil Shop, it's Lori, and our guest host is Tracy with Tracy's Crafty Creations. She is such a sweet lady, and she actually served in the Army, so just want to say a thank you to our Tracy for serving. So as you can see, I'm just layering up. This is pretty much the last, oh, see, there's the glue. There's my hot glue outlining, and then you can see I was taking my palette tool, and just, you know, when it's nice and dry, you can make just a little like nicks with it, so that's fun. See right there, I'm using my brown and my black, and I used a little bit of white. You could get a little bit of red on your white. I mean, that's just that grunge Americana vintage look. I love it. I love it. I really had a good time with this, with these 3 paintings. Again, they are available. I mean, if these are not available, I do have other artwork that I would love for you to check out. Make sure you check out everybody's playlist today, everybody's video in the playlist. Americana Patriotic Inspired Creations. Collaboration. Yeah, so I did the hot glue, and then you can see I had to paint over, so I did that black and brown combination. When you're doing Americana, the black and like navy blue looks really pretty too for outlining. So you'll see me doing so I'm just doing the added touches really. I did use metallic. I'm not sure if I put that, if that's one of them. I think I do have my gold metallic down there. I didn't really find that it showed up that much, but here I am sprinkling, and that does show up. Looks so good. And see, I kind of spread it out amongst my whole painting too. I thought that looked good, but I felt like the inside, it got a little bit lost, so I do end up putting like a little bit more white on the inside of my star, because again, I love contrast. There it is. Okay, look at this flying around. This one was worse. This is an 8x10, and whoo, they're slippery little suckers. I could not keep it on my table, which I just added glass onto the table, so I wasn't really used to it yet. So this is just a cute little barn. I have done this many a times, but not this simple and not this small. But I was trying to find like more simple pieces so that you guys would not feel intimidated to start painting yourself. So this was super, super simple. Again, it's just the acrylic paints, and there's not a whole lot of definition. So I think that it's super cute, and hopefully you guys will try it if you're interested in painting. It was fun. So I used all those same techniques again. I have to dry because I love my layering, and I'm using my palette tool, of course. And my fine tip, if you have questions of any of the paintbrushes, any paints I may, that I like specifically that you're interested in knowing about, please just drop me a comment, and I will certainly answer. I've been painting for about 40 years, So, you know, I've picked up a little bit here and there. Oh, okay, that was the fast one. Okay, this is my last one, and you know what I did? I hot glued that little canvas onto the glass, and it worked like a charm. Oh, I've been seeing these. So this is, all three of these are Pinterest inspired, but oh my goodness, you guys, I love this. Literally love this painting. I had so much fun doing it. I hope you enjoy it. Have you guys seen that? The popsicle, vintage popsicles. So I have actually a real popsicle stick that I used on the bottom. And sorry about that. That little jar that you see with the floral top, that is Grun. So you can ask me how that's made. There you have it.